Democrats get caught with their hands in a cookie jar, and now that they're being confronted on it, they have no answers, and even the parasympathetic response of their body is starting to show, especially through Timu Obama, Hakeem Jeffries. Good day, my American-born brothers and sisters. Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, which you know I'm greatly appreciative of. Follow me up here, follow me down here, and everything else that you're going to see in the animation, you should know to do those things, all right? I really do appreciate you guys all being here. Don't forget, I do have another channel called Man, Husband, Father, and I would greatly appreciate it if you guys go over there and check that out. Let me know what you think of the video I have posted over there. Leave a comment, all right? Appreciate it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting ready to get right into this video because y'all all know about Miss, oh, Lord, sister girl who got caught. Busted texting Epstein, getting information from Epstein to try to take down Trump. And then on top of that, after this, they were going to censure her and they didn't do it. They were going to do it, right? And they didn't do it. Why? I have no idea. Maybe because the legalities of it really wasn't anything that she did that was illegal, but it can definitely be deemed kind of inappropriate for what she did. But what's amazing about this is that all they kept doing was associating Trump's name with Epstein, Trump and Epstein, Trump and Epstein, Trump and Epstein, Trump and Epstein. Now, you're going to have this sister in here, Miss Plaskett, along with Hakeem Jeffries been associated with him as well. And look how they tried to backtrack and try to, oh, well, we should just move on from this. We shouldn't be focused on what, well, the past. Oh, now y'all want the past to be the past. It's amazing how that works. But anyway, I told y'all I'll show different news programs, and I know it's rarely that I do this, but you are going to see this interview right here from CNN, okay? Check this out.
With the bill to force the release of the Epstein files now cleared through the House, going through the Senate, and on its way to President Trump's desk soon, tonight a Republican effort to punish a Democratic colleague over her contact with Jeffrey Epstein failed inside of the House. That's because moments ago, lawmakers rejected a resolution to censure Democratic delegate Stacey Plaskett, she represents the Virgin Islands, for texting with Jeffrey Epstein during a 2019 hearing that featured Donald Trump's former fixer, Michael Cohen. These were texts that were among the 20,000 pages of documents the House released last week, and they show that Epstein texted Stacey Plaskett saying, quote, Cohen brought up Rona, keeper of the secrets, referring to Trump's longtime assistant, Rona Graff. Plaskett responded, quote, Rona, and then asked, quick, I'm up next. Is that an acronym?
She's asking Epstein.
Epstein replied, that's his assistant. A few minutes later, Plaskett asked this.
As Miss Rona, what is Miss Rona's position?
Rona Graff is Mr. Trump's executive assistant.
And would she be able to corroborate many of the statements that you've made here?
Yes, her office is directly next to his, and she's involved in a lot that went on.
A minute after Plaskett wrapped up her questioning there, Epstein texted her, quote, good work.
Yeah, how come we don't hear anything about her being associated with doing anything with Epstein, huh? How come her name is not being thrown around like President Trump's name in regards to Epstein? Ladies and gentlemen, I am interrupting this video right now because we are back around to that time again, and I know it has flown. This is the time where I do my thing every single year, my annual Christmas for Kids, where you who are the watchers right now can donate and be able to help children who are less fortunate this year have a good Christmas. We had a huge turnout last year, and I'm looking forward to having a huge turnout this year. And the way that you can donate is by going to PayPal right up there, or you can donate through Cash App, and these proceeds are going strictly all to children who are less fortunate this Christmas. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it, and guys, it's right around the corner. To all of you that are going to be giving, thank you and God bless you. Looking forward to this. So does this mean that this black sister right here is guilty by association? Does this mean that because she texted Epstein that she was on the island and maybe she did things with little boys or little girls, huh? Guilty by association, right? Because that's what a lot of y'all on the far left, radical snow cone color hair social justice warrior lunatics were pushing. Look at the pictures of Trump and Epstein. Look at the pictures of Trump and Epstein. Trump, they got an email with Trump name in it. She literally is texting the man. He knows her really well. He praised her and said good work. Does that mean that now because of that, that means that she's guilty by association? Does that mean that she's went on the island? Does that mean that she did things with little kids? Yeah, I don't hear y'all saying nothing.
The text exchange comes just 3 months after the Miami Herald published its investigation detailing Epstein's abuse of young girls. And tonight, House Democrats are fiercely defending Stacey Plaskett, with the leader, Hakeem Jeffries, calling the censure vote a political stunt, as Plaskett is echoing that defense and denying that Epstein had any influence on her questions.
Lied right there.
They've taken a text exchange which shows no participation, no assistance, no involvement in any illegal activity, and weaponized it for political theater.
Are y'all seeing this? Are you guys seeing this? Like how are you not seeing this and saying, isn't this what y'all did to Trump? Or isn't this what y'all are doing to Trump? Y'all, now y'all quiet now. Now, this is just this. But when y'all were doing it to Trump, it was okay. Now that it backfired and it's blown up in y'all face, now y'all want to sit back and act like this is just political. Bullcrap, you got busted. You didn't take no advice from him? Yes, you did.
Because that's what this is.
And my source tonight is the Democratic leader in the House, Hakeem Jeffries. And thank you, sir, for being here. Obviously, a lot of movement up on Capitol Hill today. And you heard Stacey Plaskett there. She was arguing her texts with Jeffrey Epstein were not illegal. But in your view, were they appropriate?
Y'all, look at his blink rate. If you want to know something about a person, look at that much. Look how often they blink. Look how often they blink. It's signs of anxiety, signs of nervousness, signs of, I don't know what's about to happen, signs of fight or flight. Look at that.
Well, Stacey Plaskett is not accused of violating any House rule, any law, any statute, and she's clearly and unequivocally denounced Jeffrey Epstein. And I think what
so has Trump.
Survivors fought for today is the type of transparency that came out of the House, went through the Senate, and is now on its way to Donald Trump's desk, where hopefully he'll sign it into law. Because at the end of the day, all the American people are asking for is just the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, which is why these Epstein files that Donald Trump and his administration has been hiding for months need to be released.
Who had the White House 4 years ago? Huh? Who had the White House 4 years ago and could have released them? Mm-hmm.
But do you think it was appropriate for her to be texting with Jeffrey Epstein 11 years after he pleaded guilty?
I have not had a conversation with Stacey.
He ain't answering the question. She said, do you think that that's inappropriate for her to be doing that?
Plaskett to discuss this issue because we've been focused today on making sure that there was a decisive vote as it related to the Epstein files and the release. I'm thankful for the work of Representative Massey, of Ro Khanna, but most importantly, the survivors.
Filibustering. Again, sir, do you think that it's inappropriate that she did? And I didn't ask you, have you talked to her? I didn't ask you if you have a conversation. I said, do you yourself, do you think it's morally inappropriate for her to be talking with Epstein years after he was already convicted of being this predator?
Do you plan to talk to her about it?
I think that we successfully defeated a resolution that lacked any basis, was not credible, and was being brought.
She asked him, have you talked? She asked a question. Do you think it's inappropriate? I haven't talked to her yet. Are you going to talk to her? I think today we went on the floor and we actually had some Scooby snacks. And when we ate them Scooby snacks, out of nowhere, I said, Scooby, come on, man.
By an individual who was trying to weaponize this issue to reinvigorate his own failed gubernatorial campaign in South Carolina. It was rejected on a bipartisan basis on the floor today. That's the end of the story.
Yeah, I was just asking if you personally believe messaging with Jeffrey Epstein, who is at that point a registered sex offender, is appropriate for a member of the House Democratic Caucus.
That's the third time you've asked me this question, and I'm going to give you the same exact answer.
Which is not an answer.
Our focus today is on making sure that the Jeffrey Epstein files were released. If you want to have a conversation with Stacey Plaskett about it, I'm sure she'd be willing to talk to you. It was an illegitimate effort to try to remove her from the House Committee on Intelligence, and that was defeated in a bipartisan way.
Well, let me ask you about you, because the White House has been highlighting an email that I'm sure you've seen today that Jeffrey Epstein got in 2013. They say it shows you were soliciting money and dinner from an Epstein. The email was not sent from you. It was sent from a political consulting firm called Dynamic SRG that says, we are thrilled to announce we are working with Congressman Hakeem Jeffries. Shoot us an email or give us a call if you would like to get involved. What's your response? Do you recall that email being sent to Jeffrey Epstein from that team?
Yeah, of course, I have no recollection of the email. I've never had a conversation with him, never met him, know nothing about him other than the extreme things that he's been convicted of doing. And that's why, I'm just strongly supportive of the effort, backing the survivors to make sure that everything can come out, whatever is in those Department of Justice files.
So you never got a donation from Jeffrey Epstein or anything like that?
Certainly not.
Now you can see it real good now. You can see it. Look at that sweat. Look at that. And the reason why I want to draw y'all attention to that is because I wish, and she's known for doing this, I wish she would have still laid into him like she do a lot of other people. Like the way that she laid into President Trump, y'all know what I'm talking about. She's asking him questions. She's asking him questions, let him in. She asked him questions, but she's not battling back and forth like him like she was doing with Trump. No, you didn't, sir. Actually, sir, you still didn't answer my question. Sir, why don't you want to answer the question? Is there a reason why you don't answer the question? That's usually how she is. So she's been a little lenient with him right there. But the point that I want to break out is this. When I told you all the blink, 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 he was nervous in the beginning. She hit him with those facts right there. You see how he look? I answered it the third time. And then by that time, he's getting upset and ticked off. Start to see him come a little clam up a little bit. Start to see a little sweat go down his head. He didn't like that. But again, defending something that she did wrong. Why is it that if it's Trump, you associate him with Epstein, right? But then when it came to her doing it, texting the man back, we don't see no. Do y'all hear about anything about President Trump texting Epstein back and forth with him, even after Epstein was convicted and known as a child predator? But y'all still want to communicate with him? You have no reason in the world that after the man has been convicted of doing it to make you want to be interested in texting him, which leads me to believe Epstein was in communication with a whole lot of other folks besides Democrats. I think it's a whole lot of people that he was kind of in cahoots with, period, after he was convicted. Because what would make anybody in their right mind go, you know what? I'm going to use this to get in the hole with Epstein. That's crazy to me. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on this by putting in the comments below after this video. Do not forget to do what you see in the end. I messed up. That animation right there. I think I'm in the beginning of my video. Look at me. I'm just all over the place. Let me know your thoughts, y'all. The next video that I will be doing after this in chronological order will be up there. Things I did as of yesterday right here. If you have not subscribed, just click this icon. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man. I hope and pray every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.